Many service business owners think they have multiple channels because they post content sometimes, they have a website, or they run ads. But a channel doesn't really count if it's not producing qualified conversations with the right people. So this reminds me of a particular story of a sales conversation I had with a guy years ago, right? It was a business owner. It was during COVID time, and he had mentioned that he had been in business for 20 years, right? Completely referral dependent. All his clients came from either referrals, recommendations, or his peer network. Now, the problem is that when COVID actually hit, a lot of the major brands became desperate because demand in their market was starting to shrink. So they started to reposition themselves in smaller markets such as the Caribbean, where they believed that they would have an edge in these smaller markets, and began aggressively selling into the Caribbean. And because of this, he lost a lot of clients to big name brands such as the AWSs or the Azures or the IBMs of the world. And it became even harder for him to create new demand with prospects who had no idea who he was, because he never had to create demand before. Because the only channel that existed for him was referral partners, so he had no other way to actually keep his pipeline full and from drying up. So he ended up contracting a lead generation agency that just completely made a mess of things, because they were just spamming people with no sort of marketing strategy behind what the hell they were actually doing. Which is kind of ironically how we ended up meeting, because, they ended up spamming me with one of those messages, and I ended up just responding to him saying, there's a much better way that you could actually do this that would be more effective. Now, this story illustrates a single point of failure in referral dependent businesses, and when you don't have external pipeline sources to ensure that you keep qualified conversations and opportunities coming in, when those referral partners or sources actually start to slow down or disappear.